Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today as I take you through a guided tour of Hedgehog vPatch. My name is Slavik Markovich and I'm the co-founder and chief technology officer for Sentrigo. I'd like to start today by discussing virtual patching and how my team of ethical hackers, known as the Red Team here at Sentrigo, has built Hedgehog vPatch. Finally, I'd like to show you how the product works and how you can become protected by deploying Hedgehog vPatch. First, let's discuss the risks your databases are facing while unpatched. Databases are complex applications, and by nature, they contain programming errors that can result in vulnerabilities that allow an attacker to gain access and elevated privileges to the database. As the vendors become aware of these vulnerabilities, they provide regular scheduled patch updates to fix these programming errors. But it's very important to understand that while your database is vulnerable to the zero-day vulnerabilities, it is even more at risk when you are not deploying this vendor patch updates. This is because after the vendor releases the patch, security researchers and hackers will analyze it and create exploits, knowing full well that you are not going to immediately deploy the patch. The window between patch release and deployment leaves your databases vulnerable to attacks from anyone who can download the exploit from the web. And this means not just the sophisticated hackers. So, what is virtual patching? Sentrigo's Red Team of ethical hackers, with the help of security research community, analyzes these vulnerabilities and provides sophisticated protections that will block the exploits. We are able to provide accurate protection that will block even evasion techniques because we monitor the database at the memory level, thus seeing each and every command the database will execute. The important thing to understand is that the protections we provide are not affecting the applications running on the database because we are not patching database binaries. We call this new technique virtual patching, and it includes both alerting and blocking. We have the ability to detect and block zero-day attacks as well, based on multiple techniques including patterns and patent-pending technology based on the context of commands. So, for example, if a grunt command was issued from a privileged sys package, we will be able to flag this as a SQL injection because of our ability to inspect the origins of the command in memory. Now, let's talk a bit about the architecture. Hedgehog consists of two components, the sensor and the server. The sensor is deployed directly on the database machine and continuously monitors all activity of selected instances and reports any attempted attack back to the server. The attacks can be also blocked autonomously without the server based on the provided policy. The server is used to centrally manage the sensors, the alerts, and the company policy, and it also has the ability to integrate with third-party event management tools and central monitoring tools. Now, I'm going to show you a short demo, and for the demo, we are going into our management console. Let's start from the beginning. So this is our management console, and we have the server and sensor and an 11G database running on the same machine. And what I'm going to show right now is me logging in. Okay, and we'll go to the virtual patching rules. And as you can see, there are multiple rules that we provide that protect against various vulnerabilities, both in specific packages, like, for example, let's take one of the vulnerabilities. And you can see that this is a SQL injection in a specific package, and we're showing all the relevant information about that. What is the vulnerability, external references, CVE, and CVSS score if relevant. You can also configure what to do if somebody tries to attack your database using this exploit. So you can send an alert to the Hedgehog console and choose the level, of course. You can send an SNMP trap. You can even terminate user session and even quarantine the user based on the combination of parameters like the source IP, the application used to connect to the database, and so on. You can also send syslog, log to files, and send an alert to email addresses, of course. So what I'm going to do right now is a short demo of attacking the database. Let's go to the terminal. So I'm connected as a user Scott, and let's see the privileges right now for this user. The user has basically no special privileges besides connect and resource, which means that the user can connect and create objects within his own schema. So I'm going to run a script that we've written called ondb, and this script tries to attack the database and use a known vulnerability. So as you can see, the attack was terminated immediately by our vPatching rules, and we can see immediately, if we go here, we can see the alert and the SQL injection attack, and you can see the session was terminated. Okay, you can see all the details about this attack. So what I'm going to do right now is just remove the terminate so that you can see that indeed the attack does what I say it does. Okay, and let's go back to the terminal. Let's reconnect and run the same script. And if we check right now, we can see that I've been very democratic and I've granted DBA to everybody inside the database. Again, this is a known vulnerability, but it's important to understand that while this indeed attacks vulnerable objects inside the database, you don't have to be really a security expert, or you don't have to be a database expert to abuse those vulnerabilities. You just have to download the script from the internet, from the correct site. So for each attack, and here you go, this is the attack, you can see all the details of what database user, what OS user, what command, where the attack came from, the actual attack, and the reference, the access to objects. Okay, and you already saw how the vPatch rules already protect against this vulnerability. Of course, you can also update the rules in real time. There are no available updates right now, but you can also configure settings for that and have the system in real time access our own servers and update the relevant signatures. Of course, you can also upload the file. Okay, so this was a short demo of Hedgehog vPatch. Let's go back here. And I want to thank you for your time. And here are the details of how to contact us. Thank you.